when I think about stuff like that and how it bothers me and how I've committed my life to try to see if I could wake people up in such a way that they could understand and make the proper adjustments. But that's not happening. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure because of certain things if I'm going to be around that much longer. I had, not that I want to, longevity is good, I think, but I hadn't planned on living that long. I thought it'd be dead at 18 or 23. I found myself still here, old as I am. But my intent had been to expose the ugliness of this life and reveal the beauty of this life to the extent that I and others would choose the beauty of this life and, as I said earlier, enjoy together. That hasn't happened. So it appears though uh, if I had been able to do that to the extent that even if it didn't happen, that I was killed for trying, that would have been good for me. At least the world will know that I chose you over death. I chose to do right over death. I ain't scared of, yeah, I don't want to die just like the rest of you guys. Not anytime soon. But I choose death over evil. And so I had hoped that maybe if the world didn't change and get better, that I'd get killed in the process. But it didn't happen. I didn't get killed. And I guess the only thing I can say now is it's on you. This is what I want to leave with you, though, ladies and gentlemen. The plan as I have seen it, I've shared all over the place. But if this might be the last, I'm not sure. Let me just say it again. There's a power you can't see, invisible, that created all things that are in existence. And that power has given certain responsibilities to nature, certain responsibilities to all living things, got certain responsibilities. But as far as you and I are concerned, human beings, we have been given a body that, as far as our survival is concerned, we have been uh, notified of what is required. We have been informed of how to do it, where the resources are. We have been given information that in order to progress, in order for us to pull the things up that we need to do to create, it comes through our imagination. And everything that we would ever need as far as resources are, they are made available. And we can do all of those things. That our whole mission, my friend, is that each of us has been given as I've always said, given a talent, something that we can do in this life that would aid in the process of living heavenly. So I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, when you do good things, and I know we talk about the Bible a lot, we talk about God a lot, but you've never seen God. And so I want you to think about this. When you do wonderful things, good things, loving things, it is God. It is the God in you that you chose to allow to express God's self on that particular occasion or on all of the occasions that God expressed himself. I want you to know that is, don't be talking on your knees praying to some God somewhere else. Don't be praying I'm telling you what I'm saying. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm just sharing this information with you. Don't be praying to some God somewhere else or somewhere else or somewhere else. Pray to the God that's in here. There's a God in there. And when you reflect God, God lives. But that's not all. There's an evil spirit in you. That's why you got choice. You wouldn't have choice if there was no evil spirit in you. But there's an evil spirit in you. And you got choice. And when you lie, when you cheat, when you steal, when you cause hatred and racism and bigotry, when you do things that cause terror and war and rob and all that kind of stuff, that's from the spirit of evil. That's from the spirit of the devil. That's from the spirit of Satan. So when you are engaged in these things, you are giving life to Satan. When you allow these things to happen and you put up with it, you are giving life to Satan. So you would think that the duty of godliness is to expose that ugly stuff and make sure that you don't have to lie, you don't have to cheat, you don't have to steal. That all of your needs will be met based upon the plans that you guys and ladies have come together and made a decision that you were going to work out yourselves. and that is divine. On the other hand, it's the opposite. It's the destruction. You don't care what people are trying to do. You don't care how much beauty people are trying to make, how much love people are trying. You are trying to advocate hate. You're trying to destroy. You're trying to tear things down because it makes you feel good to see people hurt. It makes you feel great to see people suffering. And that energy, that spirit comes from the bottom of hell. And you, whoever advocates or whoever does stuff to promote this, that's what you're doing. Now, there are some people that I've witnessed that I could point out right now that you can see exactly what I've explained. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it just like I've gotten it, as I have given it. And I want you to make a decision. What are you going to represent? Now, I'm not talking about no preacher. I'm not talking about Clifford Dollar. I'm talking about Eddie Marcus and Sally Sue and Billy Jane. What are you going to do? When people look at you and look at your record, are you a representation of God? Or are you a representation of Satan? That's what I'm talking about. Are you a representation of what is good and full of life? Or are you a representation of pain and suffering and degradation and hell? Which side are you on? I want you to stop putting this stuff on some devil in the ground or some God somewhere else. The devil that represents all the hell on earth is in you. And the God that represents anything like godliness on this earth is you. So either you are God or you are the devil. Let me say it again. Either you are God or you are Satan. This is what I want you to see. Because what happens on this earth, most of the time happens back. Nature comes through sometime and does some detrimental stuff. But you know what? With godliness and being prepared, that stuff is nothing. It just offer an opportunity for you to build up something brand new and make that area more beautiful. But that's because you're godly. And that evil stuff is where you destroy nations. You want to separate yourself from nations. You got nothing good to say. You hate, racist. Oh, wait a minute. I said that we're going to go there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I left it with you. If I do not make it, if I don't, for some strange reason, get killed, not for doing something good, get killed in an accident, or die from some old sickness or disease, I want you to know that there's a power outside of you that's watching everything. And it's a loving, wonderful power. It will aid you to do anything you want. You want to do godly stuff, loving stuff, God will help you. You want to do some evil stuff, some low down, dirty, demonic stuff, Satan will help you. And what you do is who you are. You are either an instrument of God or an instrument of Satan. And I'm going to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen, because one thing I do know, and that is, you know who you represent. So you got to live with it or die with it. Till next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying, live a beautiful life. Goodbye.